Okay, my extremely intelligent, inquisitive, open-minded friends. It's Roger from the only university on planet Earth now that is factually accurate and truthful. Now, what are we looking here? Now, you've always heard me say there's a dragon in Africa, in Morocco. Well, of course it's true. And here it is. There's the dragon right there. As we all know, it's not some big mystery anymore. And that dragon goes way out, and his tail flutes way out here. See, that's the end of his fluty tail, way out here. All right? And if you follow it back, you come to his decaying dragon-scaled tail here. And now when we come way back, that's where his head is. It starts right there. And his dragon-scaled throat goes down here. Now, then there is the fish down here. Now, this is also quite interesting because Atlantis is also here, as we all know. And, you know, it's quite obvious. I've done this over and over and over. And this all ran out here, exactly as Plato said, and ran into the Atlantic Ocean as the Sahara Ocean drained. Now, let's see what Columbus knew about this. Okay, let's see what Columbus had to say. Now, Jerry Gordon, a friend, and I get so many things from so many people, it's just amazing. And I can never, ever have understood these things without these people's help. Now, this map goes back to 1507, 1500, 1503. It's all right in that area. Now, let's listen to what this guy has to say. Listen. And this is called New World Discovery. It's from February 2019. John Levy. All right, so here he goes.
Difficult to miss such a feature. And this map is from the...
What he's talking about is the Great Lakes are not on this map. Now, this is so detailed. That's of extreme interest.
David Rumsey collection. Really amazing resolution that they give us. And so this really seems to predate anything that would have come after Christopher Columbus. This is clearly an older people. And, you know, the West is supposed to be the last area to be...
Look, this is California. This is so laden with people. All of these these are cities, city. And they're all over, I mean, just everywhere. The whole country is slaughtered with population.
Be explored.
In 1500.
And yes, we have stories of, you know, Spaniards coming and, you know, settling the West, and we do see that. But this is something else. I mean, this is as if it's a unified people, a established and settled people, pre-Columbus. Let's have a little look at a Columbus map. This is a map that he made in 1490, supposedly, before he sailed to America. And here it looks like what we see is, we see the Mediterranean in the middle here. And here we can see Italy, it appears. And here I believe is Egypt. And it's very difficult to make out on this map. It took me a minute until I realized that the borders for these countries, or land masses at this point, are made up of the names of the towns. And this map really shows a lot of development. If all of these are towns, and unfortunately I can't zoom in anymore, but this just does not look...
All right, I'm going to just cut in here. This is Africa. That is the Straits of Gibraltar. This, my friends, looks like the dragon to me. So apparently Columbus knew there was a dragon there. Now I'm trying to figure out what's going on down here, because we know that there was a fish underneath, and there is Atlantis was right in this area. Now, what did they know about that? I don't know. I'm going to have to dig in really deep in some of these ancient maps and see what they did record. I kind of overlooked these, and I thank Jerry very much for his pointing me out these things, because they did some absolutely unbelievable documentation in the past. And it appears that the Egyptians knew that none of this stuff, this stuff has lasted pretty good, actually. But the Egyptians did everything in stone, carving and their glyphs, and so that you can understand what was going on by just the visual, which is what you have here, basically. The stories don't seem to last. The stories get told by the people that want the story to go the way they want it to go, and then that's the new story. And then once it's accepted as by some scholarly author, like Einstein or any of these people, that once they're, oh yeah, that's all the names you hear, and that guy, well, hey, you can't go against that guy, and you can't, and you have to go against. Einstein was wrong. He's wrong literally about everything. Light is a particle. Light can speed up. The light is not a wave. I mean, and I've proven all these things, and I've shown the dragon. There's no question about these things, and it's and nobody will look, and nobody will discuss it, and they continue to hide. So I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Shown this many, many times. This proves Einstein is completely wrong. This is what looks like a wave. It is not a wave of light. It is a particle disrupting what's in front of it, and as it approaches a venturi, which accelerates particles, it works in a carburetor, wherever it's fully understood, it stretched the particle away from its, what we would have called the wave, which was the interference that surrounded the particle, just like a jet fighter. So light can accelerate, obviously, no question whatsoever, and it is a particle, obviously, no question whatsoever, and these are the Higgs fields, like they're looking for at CERN, and this is a particle nobody's ever seen before. It's spin backwards through the venturi. It's light, absolutely no question whatsoever, came from the same source, but it had a white surrounding. It's gathering its field. The other ones are spitting its field outwards. Now, this is the actual particle. These are the particles. They come through here, and they are like a box of electrons. They have a positive and a negative. In the electron itself, there is no negative particles. They're only dipoles. One pole is extremely explosive, the white one. The other pole is not explosive whatsoever. This is an electron. This is an electron. Back to back.